Welcome to Connecting the Community podcast. I am your host, Marge Andre. I will be connecting you to people, organizations, and events that create community. I am creating this podcast in Richmond Hill, an eclectic and very culturally diverse community with lots of trees and streams and interesting people, just up the hill from Toronto. On this podcast, I am talking with Russ Horner, someone I have known for a long time. Russ is someone who has been supporting many community initiatives. Also on this podcast is Paul Rosen, someone I have not met before, but in reading about him, I am very pleased that I now have this opportunity. Welcome, Paul and Russ.
Good morning, Marge.
Hi, Marge. How are you?
I am doing well, and thank you so much, you guys, for joining me on this podcast.
Welcome.
Paul, I'd like to start with you. You are the focus of what this podcast is about. Can you tell us about yourself and what we're doing?
Sure, absolutely. So I had a hockey injury years ago in the 70s, which just added to a tough childhood, a tough teenage, tough 20s, just continuously with a bad leg issue. And then in 1997, I needed a knee replacement. My leg was just absolutely destroyed. Picked up an infection in the operating room. 1 in a million. Anybody out there listening that needs a knee replacement, go and get it. They're great. 99.9% are phenomenal. I just happened to be the unlucky one that day. I don't consider myself unlucky now. Had my leg amputated in 1999, was able to play the great game of hockey for this incredible country, Canada, for 10 years and do some unbelievable things. Unfortunately, now my leg that I had for 15 years has died, and I'm in desperate need of a new leg. And this is what this is all about. The karaoke night to help me raise the final funds to get the leg. Russ is an incredible human being. Everybody at the Legion has been so incredible, nice to me for quite a while. And I'm just grateful to everybody that's reached out to help.
Okay. How did you meet Paul? And tell us about the fundraiser.
Sure. Well, as you know, every Friday night, here at the Legion, except from May until October, it's down to 2 Fridays a month. But for the last 7 years, I've been hosting karaoke here at the Legion at 8:00, and it's growing substantially since we started with a little speaker 7 years ago and one microphone. It's really picked up, and we've had these different groups come in. So we do have, and people of all ages and abilities, and it's become, Marge, less about the singing and more about just a nice social night here at the Legion. So we do have a number of different groups that have come in. One group of people from Alcoholics Anonymous has come in. They come in regularly. Awesome. They've been here for, I don't know, 1.5 years now, 2 years, and every Friday night. And Paul was one of those people that came in. And it was just a real thrill. It really shook up the place when he walked in and he had his Team Canada jersey on and with his artificial leg. And so we created quite a stir. And he brought in a couple books to give away that he had just released. And so the big surprise was how well Paul sang. He has got just the most incredible voice. You have to hear it to believe it. So September 1st and 2nd is a great opportunity to sponsor him to sing. If you don't want to sing yourself, you can come on in and say, Paul, will you sing this song? And he'll do it. So really an incredible voice. And we've become really good friends. And, with my experience working on the Olympic and Paralympic Games in 2010 in Vancouver. And right after those games, going to work with Rick Hansen for 2.5 years. I've really gained an appreciation and some knowledge about people with disabilities and needs in their lives. I've learned a lot about that. And so right away, Paul and I became quick friends through those commonalities, I suppose, and people that we know. And that's how I met Paul. He's an amazing guy. He comes out every Friday, almost every Friday, and sings up a storm. And it's really cool. He's also got me involved with Cornerstones up in Newmarket. This is a group of it's an organization and huge building that help people with any addictions. And so they kindly invite me to do karaoke, usually twice a year. And it's a hoot. It's a hoot. 70 or 80 people and dancing and so on. So the relationship with Paul has been really good, really positive, really great for this community. And I think, part of what we're doing this weekend is about getting him out into the community and talking about people with disabilities and mental issues and their needs. Paul is a great person to talk to.
Okay. Woo, I did not know the backstory. I forgot about some of the great things that you have done in your life. You're an amazing individual, and it feels great that you've connected up with Paul. And you also, I know, are a very experienced karaoke event organizer. So you can add that to your resume.
Right.
You know what you're doing. So that's great. So Paul, do you have any songs that you are going to sing, or what are your favorite songs? Russ has got me curious.
Yeah, I love singing all different genres from pretty well everything but rap. But a few that Russ loves. We do a version of Mustang Sally, which everybody loves, and that's by the Commitments. And I do the main voice, and then I have a couple of my friends from AA that come up and sing background, Ride, Sally, Ride. I love doing The Wait by the band, and last week I paid homage to the great late Robbie Robertson. Russ also loves when I do Love on the Rocks by Neil Diamond. I do some Frank Sinatra, My Way, New York, New York. I did that in honor of Russ's father. I just love singing. I love getting everybody up and dancing. It's an incredible night because there's so many people there that just want to have fun. And the age, like when I got there, I'm 63 years old. I thought, geez, I'm going to be an old timer there. Like I'm a kid there, and I love it. I absolutely love it. There's so many people in their 70s and 80s that just have the time of their life.
Okay, I love to hear that. It's the Legion is really a lively place. I wanted you, Russ, to talk about the Legion. It's really become new and improved in many ways. And so anyone who's not been to the Legion for a long while, I think they're in for a very pleasant surprise when they pop in.
Yeah, that's what's happening. People are coming in for the very first time and seeing the really big changes that have taken place. We have received some grants to make some real big, important improvements. We also have had the commitment from many Legion members who have really made a huge difference here in the building itself, from painting the walls to one of our Legion members, Ken France, designed our new bar area and built it. It's beautiful. It's all wood and it's a great place to sit and have any kind of soft drink if you'd like, or any kind of drink. It's really, really good. And with our new laminate floors, it's just cozied up the place so much. We have one more room to get the laminate floors, and that is our main hall. But once that's done, then all 3 rentable rooms will be all done and cleaned up, and we're continuing to make improvements. We have our Legion historian, Ross Toms, who you know. He is also our treasurer, and he has been very aggressive and in getting different grants to make these improvements. And we've just partnered with other people, community members and Legion members to get this done. So there has been a lot of changes. We're trying new things. And we do now have food service on Fridays. It's a slow, soft start, or restart, I should say. But that's what we really need here. So that's happening. That's now a couple months old and going very well on Fridays. So we're looking forward to the future. There's going to be a lot of the changes are going to continue in a very positive way. We need to work very hard at it. We need to be important. We need to educate people on what the Legion is all about. So there's different things that we're doing, big plans to help facilitate that. So yeah, great changes, positive changes. We're becoming more and more part of the community as we make these positive changes.
Very, very good, Russ. It definitely is a community space, and very, very happy to hear that. When you're talking about the laminate floors, I was thinking that's a great for dancing. So,
yes.
Yeah.
So to me, as a former athlete and somebody with a disability, I beg everybody out there, especially the younger people, to come out to the Legions in your area. The Legions were the heart and soul of this country. So many incredible things. I've been very fortunate in my playing days to get to Legions all across the country, and I think we have to keep it going. It's such an important, vital part of our communities in Richmond Hill and Newmarket and Aurora, everywhere. I've had the great opportunity to be in a lot of them, and this is a very important part of history. Please, people out there, drop into your Legion and say hi. It's so important. We cannot let the Legions die. We must keep them going. It is a critical part to me. Please, I beg everybody out there, come out to whatever event is at your Legion and just enjoy yourself.
Okay. Thank you for that, Paul. Yeah, we need to explore, support Legions. It's not just a place that your grandfather went to. It's much more than that, and we have to rethink things. Paul, regardless of you being a great singer, you are also a public speaker. I've learned reading a little bit about what you do, and you give talks about mental health. Can you talk about this? Tell us a little bit more.
Sure, absolutely. So through my career, I've had many ups and downs on my hockey career, and a lot of people they just saw the gold medals and the performances on the ice, but I was dealing with many issues, addiction issues for years, mental health issues, and suicide issues. I had 2 suicide attempts, and I wanted people to really understand that this problem can happen to anybody, and you just can't see the person. There's so many things that happen when the door is closed, and I wanted people to understand that. So I go in the communities, I talk about mental health issues, I talk about suicide prevention, I talk about addiction, and I try to get people to ask for help. I was living a secret for years because I refused to let the public know what type of problems I was dealing with daily. Like Ross mentioned, Roger Lajoie wrote my book with me, Never Give Up, The Meaning of My Life. And I've had a great opportunity in the last year and a half to get into so many communities and let people know it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to realize that I'm having problems today, but with the proper help, tomorrow can be a better day. So I love it. I will go absolutely anywhere to get people to realize there is greatness inside of all of us. No matter what you think of yourself, there is greatness inside of all of us, and you just have to let it out.
Okay. Thank you so much for saying that. That's great. I hope there's an opportunity for me to hear you speak some more. So thank you for that. We are talking about a fundraiser for your leg.
Yes.
I'm wondering where this prosthetic leg is made. I'm assuming it's custom made. Will the new one be a lot better than your old one? Like, is technology improved? And one, tell me if you wear it when you play hockey, and when do you hope to get it?
Okay, there's a lot of things there. So first of all, the leg is called the C leg, the computerized leg. It's by Otto Bach. It's from Germany. The original leg I had was the original C leg. Now it's the C leg 5, 5th edition. So yes, it does a lot more than the original one. This one here, the C leg 5, will be attached to my phone through an app. And if I'm walking with you and Russ and you're a little too fast for me, I can press in buttons into my app and my phone, which I'm going to have to learn because I'm 63 and I'm not technically inclined. And it will pick up the pace for me. It'll slow me down. It'll speed. There's so many things. The technology in these legs and arms and prosthetics is unbelievable to where we were, especially go back. My biggest hero in life is Terry Fox. The leg that Terry wore when he ran across Canada from Newfoundland to Thunder Bay, I don't even think I could do a block in that leg. And the new leg is incredible. The other leg was great at its time, but I was very fortunate. Normally the lifespan's about 10 years, Marge. I had 15 years I got out of that other leg. So the new one I'm hoping to get sooner than later. I've been crutching now for 9 weeks, and it is not, I'm 240 pounds on the one leg. So I'm not a small guy, and the crutches are starting to really take its toll on me. So I'm hoping, we're trying to raise the last 20,000. We're at almost 13. So we're very, very close. I'm hoping at some point in the next month or two, I'll be able to have the leg, especially have the leg through the winter, because I will not be able to crutch through the winter the way our winters are.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you for all of that. Okay. You didn't answer the question. Do you wear it playing hockey?
Oh, I do not. Now,
Okay.
I do not play sled hockey or para hockey anymore. I had 12 concussions when I played, so I do not. I go to events and I'll speak at them, and I'll help the young kids, and the odd time I'll go on my sled and wave to people. But I do not like getting hit in the head anymore with pucks, so I do not. But when I did play, I did not wear my prosthetic leg. No.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Thank you for all of that information. Questions I was just very, very curious about.
Okay.
Okay. For both of you, is there anything else that you want to add or want us to know?
Well, in terms of the event, I see that it's on Richmond Hill, and it's on the Legion Facebook page. There will be some other people that are posting it as well, but essentially starting at 8:00 a week today. This is when the event starts. It will just, we have our regular karaoke night next Friday, and it just continue on for the next 20 hours after that through the night. So people can email me, which is the email address that you will post, 24 karaoke Paul Rosen at gmail.com. And people can ask me some questions about how it's going to work. If they want to book a certain time to bring, if it's one person or a group of people or a business or a community group or a hockey team, come on in. We have invited the mayor to come out and sing. Don't know if he's going to do it, but we'll see what happens. So, yeah. So basically what happens is, to get it through the doors, it's $10 just to hang out. $10. That would be awesome. And if you want to sing, we're asking for $5 a song. Or if you don't want to sing, you can sponsor someone. We're going to have a hockey net there. So with some goalie pads, Paul's going to bring his gold medal, and you can have a picture with Paul, get an autograph. We'll probably have a few raffles as well of some of the things that Paul has collected over the years, his book as well. So there'll be a lot going on. It's going to be a ton of fun for sure. And it will end up at 8:00 p.m. on Sunday, on the 2nd of September.
Woo. And then it's time to go to bed. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
So Saturday night, not Sunday night, Russ.
Saturday night. Yeah, Saturday night. Sorry, Saturday night.
We would go 48 hours. I don't know if I can do 48 hours.
Right, Saturday.
But yeah, I would just like to say I'm extremely grateful. My father's 92 years old and he's still around, and he taught me a lot of things over the years, Russ and Marge, and one was to be extremely grateful and humble. And I want to say thank you to Russ for everything he has done and for coming up with this idea. Whether he raised $5 or $5,000, I'm extremely grateful. Marge, I'm extremely grateful for you for having this podcast and putting us on to let people in the region know about what we're doing. I am going to be there the entire 24 hours. I will be doing whatever. If you want me to sing, I'm going to sing. Well, I love to sing. Russ knows that. I will do whatever it takes to make people happy. I'll be like Russ said, having my books, bringing some pictures, some memorabilia that we can auction off or raffle off. I'm going to bring my sled. I can't guarantee I'm going to go in the sled and let you shoot at me. I might let Russ shoot at me for if you want donate. We might do something. I'm thinking about going in my sled on a piece of wood. We used to do that at charity events, and maybe with Russ with a ball, he'd get 3 shots, and if he scores, then you get a prize, and if he doesn't, you have to. We'll figure something out. But I guarantee you one thing. The 24 hours is going to be a ton of fun, and you're doing something that will be good for everybody because it's going to allow me to get out in the communities more and more and help you and help your organizations. And I just want to thank everybody who's being involved to set this up, everybody at the Legion who's been absolutely incredible to me. I'm just so grateful.
Add one more thing, and that is that if people are unable to go to this event. I mean, the messaging around this is going right across the country. If people are not able to make the event, totally fine. They can go to just do a search on GoFundMe, Paul Rosen. Paul Rosen needs a new leg. That's what it's called. GoFundMe, and you'll see some great the story, Paul's story, and plus where the donations are at. And essentially what will happen is all the money that is collected will go to that GoFundMe account. So if you can't be there, just go to the GoFundMe page and you can donate there.
Okay. Thank you very much for that, Russ. I will put that information in the podcast notes. People are maybe busy, may just not like karaoke, but yes, may want to support the cause. But I think you should get over this. I don't do karaoke and just come and have fun. So thank you for that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So thanks for adding those notes. Anything else from you, Paul?
Again, I'm just so grateful, and like Russ said before, I'm involved with Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous, and he's just given us the opportunity to realize a lot of alcoholics in recovery, they don't want to do things because of their old life. I can't sing without a drink. And the great thing, there are 2 great things. The one great thing about the Legion that I love that scared me in my start of recovery was we have a table there, and it's all of us at the back from AA, and your people are drinking there because it's the Legion, but we've never felt uncomfortable. And that is the most incredible thing, to be in a situation that you maybe would feel uncomfortable, not to feel uncomfortable. It's given everybody at Cornerstone to Recovery the opportunity when Russ comes to know we can have a great life without alcohol, and that doesn't stop anybody from their life. Everybody that wants to drink and have fun, great. But us in our little group, we are treated so incredibly with respect at the Legion and from Russ. And that is one of the most incredible things when you're going through recovery, to be treated with respect.
Thank you for saying that. That was a very powerful, very worthwhile message. I do end the podcast asking the same question of all guests. Name one thing you really like about this community. I'll start with you, Russ.
Well, I'm going to go off script and say 2 things. Number one is I love looking through the history of Richmond Hill. I work on fixing up a lot of the old battalion photographs that are here in the Legion, and get to know some of the older, the previous Richmond Hill residents who sacrificed so much back in the day. He spent a lot of time fixing up those old photos. There's a great, rich history of this whole area I really enjoy. And I love the diversity. Brings nice restaurants, good people. We learn things from people from all over the world every day. So great city for sure.
Okay, good answer, even if you put two things in there. So that's okay. How about you, Paul?
You know what? I love the people. I love the fact that no matter where I go to Richmond Hill, it doesn't matter whether it's the mall or I go into my favorite fish and chip joint around the corner from the Legion. Everybody talks to you, and having one leg, like a lot of people don't. I've lived in all different parts, and there's certain times when people get scared. They see a one-legged man walking and they want to say hi, but they get scared. And I find in Richmond Hill, everywhere I go, people say hi to me and they ask questions, and kids are the best. Hey, it's Robot Man. Hey, it's Terry Fox. Or, what happened to you? I love that. I love when people ask me and they're not afraid, because most people have never seen somebody or interacted with somebody with a prosthetic leg or in a wheelchair. So I beg anybody, if you see me walking, say hi. I'll say hi back.
Okay. Love that. Okay, you guys, this conversation has been much richer, gone off in tangents and angles that I didn't expect. And it's thank you very much. So I not certain I can pop in and see you. I do wish you well. You'll have to give me a report of how things went.
We will for sure. Thank you so much, Marge, for having us.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Marge. And I will be doing on my Facebook Live. I do a thing, Rosie and 157. My number was 57, so 57 seconds is not enough for me to do anything. So it's a minute and 57. I usually go over that. It'll be Rosie and 157. I'll be starting today, going straight through to the karaoke and doing live ones at the karaoke night. So you will be able to catch a little bit of my voice on Rosie Live 157.
Okay. Thank you again, you guys. Thank you for listening. I would very much appreciate you sharing this podcast. Please tune in next week as we continue to explore the community. Consider emailing me at Marge, M-A-R-J, at margeandre.com. I welcome suggestions for podcast guests. Stay well. Stay connected.